Hi, I'm Ray. I'm one of the chef tutors at the School of Hospitality at Southern Institute of Technology. Let's give you a little bit of an insight on some of the things that we do with our students. This particular demonstration is on chocolate. I hope you enjoy. What we're using here is a Nestle compound. So we place our chocolate into the melting bath, which I've already previously done. Okay, melting the chocolate, what we're needing to do is melt it down to 35 degrees Celsius. What we're looking for is the viscosity to be nice and soft, but still slightly thick. But the important thing we're looking for is a nice shine. We need a piping bag. Point it up and we're going to trim the top. What we're going to need is a number of molds. We've got a nice large ring here and a small ring to go inside. We're also going to need another 2 rings, the same size as this one here, and then another one slightly smaller, and that's going to be for the base. With the chocolate, all we need to do is just pipe this and tap around the sides, and that's going to help bring it. A bit like working with concrete. You're tapping the air out of it for it to completely contract so it will leave the molds. It needs to sit for a minimum of 12. So as you can see, it just pops off. We need to make the sticks, which is going to go up to the side of our sculpture. Now to do this here, rather than using melted chocolate, it's actually easier to have the chocolate into a good quality processor, ideally a commercial one. Roll this out to the thickness that you're going to require, and just place it aside, and we want them to set. What I'm doing here is just leveling off the chocolate. We're going to have to cut a small bit out of the center for chocolate to flow into there. If I put chocolate directly onto the top with another one there, it's not going to adhere very well because there's not enough contact. So I'm just roughening this up a little bit, only where I'm going to be placing the other part of the base. So I've just heated this in the oven, 50 degrees, and that's going to help flatten it. Pipe some chocolate into that there. Place this back up this way so we've got the nice smooth side at the top. Try and center it. What we need to do is with this one here, I want this to sit like that and then that like that there. So to do that, this is only a small point which is not going to be strong enough, so I need to hollow out some of the chocolate. So I'm taking out a little bit more than I did last time. For the reason is I don't want to try and dig into the bottom of this one because there's a chance that it could break. So I want plenty of chocolate to go into this base. If you don't have plastic piping bags like this at home, what you can use, just make paper piping bags, or you can just use a plastic bag, one of those Ziploc bags, anything. Place some chocolate where I want to locate it. By placing the tray onto the top and just taking your time, allowing this to come down. Once again, place it into the center. This here is cocoa butter. When it's melted, it goes into that form there. It's slightly yellow, but it is clear. It's $42 for 2.2 kgs. What I'm going to do is making a spray. So it's 50-50, chocolate and cocoa butter. At 50 degrees, I have preheated my spray gun. And then you need a compressor, and you want a compressor that's got a little bit of grunt in it. Go back about 300 millimeters. Okay, with the spraying, what you're going to need to do is do multiple layers. So spray, let it set, rotate your sculpture, spray again, and do that multiple times until you get a nice velvety texture on the top. The other piece that we need to do is these big long rods, which we're going to be using, which could represent grasses, twigs, whatever you want it to be. So some chocolate onto the base of this and place that inside. This is our finished product. A little bit different to the other one, but also added some flowers. And now the flowers is made out of white chocolate. Just use a round cutter and then just the back of a knife and press down and then stick it onto the back with a little bit of white chocolate as well.